So when you found out you were pregnant, what were your thoughts? Where did your mind go? What did you think your options were?
Well, I think I must have called him and told him that either I was nauseous or I didn't have a period. I must have known, we didn't have that much sex education, right, back in those days, so.
Okay.
And I didn't know anybody around me that was ever pregnant.
Okay.
I'm an only child, so I guess I just told him that I was nauseous or pregnant, or missed my period, and I didn't know what to do. And so he said that he had friends in New York, and they would figure out.
So could you tell us about your experience
Yeah.
with the abortion?
Yeah, so he contacted some people in New York that he knew. Somebody knew somebody who knew somebody. And they told him about this guy who they referred to as a doctor. And we met the guy, we went together on the bus up to New York. And we met this guy in the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. I'll never forget. It was so glamorous. And we met him, I guess, I don't remember if he was in the lobby. I think he actually had a room in there. And he explained what he was going to do. And this was April, I remember.
Okay.
I don't remember when, but April. And the day that he arranged for me to come turned out to be a Monday, but it was the same day that he was getting ready to leave to go to the Army. He was drafted for Vietnam.
Wow.
So I had to go myself. So when I went on that day, and the story he told us about himself is that he was in college, I think in medical school, and he said that something happened in the lab, that something blew up in his face or some glass cracked in his eye or something, and he couldn't qualify to be a real doctor. So he was doing this, service to the community. I mean, it's just when abortions were illegal.
Yes.
So, he gave me the address, and I went, and I think it was his apartment where he lived, I'm not really sure. I remember it was Washington Heights. I remember the guy's name was Nate. That's all I remember. And I don't remember being afraid. And he gave me some kind of a needle so that I would be numb. And then he told me that whatever he was doing now, I'd be fine to take the bus back. And that the next day I had to go to somebody's house because I would get my period coming again, and it would probably be heavy cramps. He didn't think I should go to school.
Okay.
So he made arrangements, the boyfriend made arrangements with a friend of his who had a wife who could stay home from work or was off that day, so I could stay at her house. So those are the only people that knew.
Okay.
And that was it. And then I went to school the next day. It was over.
What do you think would change if Roe v. Wade were to be reversed?
Well, I think that it's possible that abortions could be very unsafe. I think I was really lucky that nothing happened. Something could have happened. I hear stories about people rupturing or having all kinds of bad things, having infections, and I think it would be just traumatic for the country for people to see that. And so I'm very pro-choice, and I try to advocate to keep abortion safe and legal. And I think that a lot of these legislators that talk about it would not be feeling that way if it had been someone in their family that had this situation. So I just think it would be a disaster.